What's going on, NerdMIxers? You already know what it is. It's your boy Indy Uchiha. It has been a minute, I know, but I digress. We are back. NerdMIx Live is back in the building. Y'all like the overlay? Y'all like the overlay? Yeah, we get fancy around here when it comes to Villain Radio and NerdMIx, but that is how we do. As you know, I like to speak to artists and creators who are out doing their things in their own lanes, and I feel like they don't have an outlet or they haven't got the recognition that they deserve for what they are doing. This gentleman that we're getting ready to bring on, I have known for some years. We're going back to 2003, 2004. Amazing individual. I really like to champion people who have been through a struggle and are still chasing and doing what they want to do. So without further ado, I got my man here from Muncie that I would like to introduce, Mr. Simpacticflo. How you been doing, man?
Doing good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing really good. You know what I'm saying? I can't complain. I
Don't
can't
do no
complain.
good anyway.
Yeah. Doing the music, doing the podcast. I'm living life, you know what I'm saying, to its fullest. Man, we go way back. And
Years, like
yeah,
15, 16, 17, I don't even know. Probably closer
Yeah.
to 20 than 15.
yeah, there's very few people that I've known for that long, you know what I'm saying, that are still around, that, you know what I'm saying, that can hit me, that we had conversations and stuff like. It's very few people I've known that long that I actually respect.
I'll say the same thing, man. I just said the same thing about you the other day, actually. Talking to my dude Cleve that does our production and mixing and all that stuff. And it was like, man, he's like, you don't talk to nobody. He's like, who is this? You know what I mean? Like, because I don't have a circle. I have part of a triangle. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
feel the same way, man.
Yeah, I don't got a circle. I got like a dot, and just everybody that fits inside that dot, you know what I'm saying, works.
Yeah.
People have to break a
Baby
piece of
circle.
it. Yeah, they got to break a piece of themselves off and put it in the dot. That's how I know they really down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All the people that you are gone, you know what I mean? They're going on a long vacation or a long nap, you know what I mean? So I ain't got very many people the same way. It's either blood, family, or otherwise, you know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, it's days. I can go back into the past for a little bit. You were one of the very few people that were around when I actually started getting into music seriously. I remember just to let people know, us being in college together and standing around, I don't even know if it was HP, it might have been an IBM computer, playing beats and like recording
Don't front.
sound recorder.
Don't front. We ain't have IBM money. Don't
Yeah.
play.
Nah, it wasn't an HP, it might have been a Dell.
Right. That was the dude that, like the reefer dude that was like, dude, yeah, we had one of them.
Yeah, definitely. But rapping into the song recorder, just the love for not just like rap music, but you know what I'm saying, music in general. And that's where huge. I think our connection started off on you playing. I don't remember the music. You were playing something in your car.
Yeah.
And then it was like, hey, this dude playing that, and like that's where the whole conversation and everything started.
Man, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, I might remember what you're talking about, because I feel like I was on that on the Dipset vibe, like way back, something like Dipset or some was dude Drag On had a CD back then.
Yes,
And, it was one of them probably, because I thought I was the shit. You know, it's just riding around to the same 6 songs.
Yeah, it might have been the opposite of H2O, because you were really Dipset, DMX, like Drag On, you know what I'm saying, heavy music that I'm not used to people where I'm from actually, you know what I'm saying, listening to like that back then. So
Yeah.
it was interesting to me because you liked what I liked, and that's, you know what I'm saying, the connection came off of. But that was really cool. But it's crazy to me, like you said, 17, 18, 19, 20 years later, and you're still into the music, grinding the music, doing it. Just sent me a couple of tracks and they were all fire.
I appreciate that.
Let me change that. Your part of the music was all fire.
I appreciate that, bro. It's love, man. I really do. You know, so I've been into the music for a long time, had the passion for it. And, you know, to be honest, man, I just didn't let it out for a long time. It was more of a therapy for myself, or a, you know, what some people would call a hobby or whatever. And where I'm from, man, every other dude, let me put it this way, every other white dude in Muncie thinks he's rapping. And for the longest time, I didn't want to put myself out there, because I know how I had thought. I had these preconceived notions of, like, man, if they see I'm doing music, they're gonna think I'm this dude, and that I'm talking like this, and I'm talking about stuff I haven't done or lived, or I'm trying to be something I'm not, because that's how a lot of them are. And to be honest, man, so the guy that I do music with, my dude Jay Clee, he's the one that he had that I don't give a fuck attitude. Like, if they think that, they think that, cool. If not, like, you do it regardless. And just kind of seeing that resiliency from him, man. To be honest, other than a few things I did up north there, like a while back, he got me back into it. Like, ain't even been 8 months probably. And I wish I would have, not thought so much about what people thought before now, but it is what it is. We're in our lane and trying to make some stuff happen.
Yeah, that's something that I find that a lot of artists have issues with too. When that it's hard to get past, because it took me a minute to get past that. Not caring what anybody else thought about what I did, because the only thing that mattered was I satisfied with what came out. How did you get over that hump?
Man, to be honest, so you'll find, I'm sure I pretty much speak my mind regularly. Just to be all the way A1 100, like, I'm not all the way there. And I think there's probably a very select few people that maybe they can say they are, and they're being thorough with it. But I feel like there's majority of people can't say that they're ever all the way there if they're in tune with themselves. I know I'm working on it. It's definitely a lot better. I'm one of those that I'm not real good at taking compliments. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that track was dope, or man, that bar or that line said this or that. And I just almost, to me, in as far as that goes, music goes, sometimes I'm just so hard on myself and the perfection into things that I'm like, well, I didn't think it was that tight, so I know they don't. And I was never really good at taking compliments, but watching my buddy kind of get into music and stay in it and not care, and I watched people talk about him and say stuff that wasn't true over the years, and it just slid right off of him, and I've done it in every other lane of my life. I did it with my business. I did it in my personal life. I did it with baby mama after baby mama. I got a collection of kids, by the way.
That's the first time I've ever heard that stated like that. I got a collection of kids.
I do, man. I got some babies. No, I'm kidding. But I did it in every other lane, and those were things that I might have enjoyed part of or had a little bit of passion or zest for, but I never understood, it didn't make sense how I could do it that, but not music. So finally I just said, fuck it, man. Like, this is something that I do, like, for me, that makes me happy, that it is as close to a therapist as I have, is to sit down with the pen and paper, or just a lot of times, you probably know, a lot of my stuff is not written. It's just, I don't know. It's a therapy for me. And it's just to the point where if you're rocking with me, cool. If you're not, that's cool too. I ain't got no problems with you, whatever. Stay in your lane, I'll stay in mine. And I'm just trying to get better at it daily. Like I said, I'm part of the way there enough to where obviously I'm letting people hear music. We got some stuff on Apple and stuff now. And it's just a daily thing. So, but honestly, man, talking to some of my peers, talking to you a lot has helped. Because when you hear a compliment from somebody that knows what they're doing,
right?
Somebody that does have some nice bars, or somebody that's been doing it for a while, or that is familiar, knows their way around the board or around the mixing, and the whole 9 yards. When you hear a compliment from somebody like them, it resonates a little more than just your average Joe or whatever that you might. I think sometimes I look at it like, man, these people know me, so they say they like it, of course, because they don't want to make me upset or whatever. So when you hear it from a peer, it helps. So a lot of our talking back and forth has actually helped me get over that hump as well.
I definitely, I totally 110% get that. So, you've been back in the music for a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
just gearing up to do what you need to do. What's the focus? Like, what's the goal? Do we have a project getting ready to come out, or is there like a single? You know what I'm saying? For that, I know you said you got some music in Apple. We're gonna get into that. I'm actually gonna try to get you to send me one of your tracks that we can actually play. You know what I'm saying? After this, people get to know the music. But what's the goal to where we going? Is there a Simpacticflo project that's gonna come out? You know what I'm saying, this year?
For sure. Yeah, for sure. So we've got there's a couple singles actually they're in the works right now. We did just drop a mixtape, totally free. So they came out right on Christmas. It's just a 10-song project. A lot of times on mixtapes, you hear a lot of cats rapping over a Tupac beat, a DMX beat, or a Lil Wayne beat, whatever. These are all, I think, with the exception of, I think we leased 2 of the tracks, and then the rest of them were stuff that we did in-house.
Okay.
And it's gotten some traction for sure, especially locally. I went to the doctor the other day and pulled up and, heard somebody playing a song of ours and thought that was kind of dope. And then as of for the future, I am going to do a solo album. It's actually going to be titled The Baby Mama Diaries, which will be fun. I think it's not all about that, but it's going to be, there's a single, obviously titled that. And it's just going to kind of, I guess, look through the scope of kind of how our society is, how the normalization of a man seeing his kids, once or twice a week, and that's normal or that's regular, or,
right.
How regular it is now for kids to be raised, from here and here and have a stepdaddy on Thursday and a new stepdaddy on Friday. You know what I mean? So it's going to go through all of that and everything in between, man. A lot of social issues. So a lot of people hear stuff that's just bars, like, because I guess I had this chip on my shoulder for a while, like where sometimes I'll get in the booth and I'll just do it to do it, just to prove to myself mostly that, like, I am that dude, like, you know what I mean, like that that nobody's gonna go toe to toe with me. But I'm trying to put that to rest, and I really want to give people some substance. I want to give them some truth. I want to give them just kind of the, like straight from the scale to the bag, like all real. So there's a lot of social issues. There's family, talk about family things. Obviously the climate politically is pretty ugly. So just going to jump into a little bit of all that.
That's crazy, man. There's nobody that I met that when they put their mind to something, to get it done. I watched you do it through any career you had. You know what I'm saying? I watched you do it. I'm watching you do it now with this music. So for you, success is easy. It's just putting your mind, to what you want to succeed at. So I'm looking forward to seeing everything you do. I'm also looking forward to possibly coming down there and just shutting that scene down with you and just help, and just taking it over. I already got some stuff in the works. I'm gonna get with you in the background so we can talk about that and just come down there and rip it, because I look, you were there when like people like Father Time was coming by the crib. You know what I'm saying? All the stuff we were doing with Big Red, like we had a lot of stuff going on, and it's crazy that now in our grownish state, you know what I'm saying, we're just now hitting our peak, as far as talent goes. So that's gonna be pretty interesting, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for that as well. There's especially I know. So one thing I was talking about, I think we talked about just briefly maybe a month ago or so, is like, it's crazy how, because you were talking about like in Gary, north there, like a lot of people don't want to, like, so you just made the comment, like, I'll come down there and, rock some shows, do some shit, shut some shit down. But, and it is very much the same attitude here in a lot of places. But I was talking to a buddy earlier and he made the comment, like, GI is like its own country. Like, it's like, I don't know. It's almost like, man, why are you doing something with an out of towner, or why are you? And we have that same mentality with a lot of people here where I'm from, and I don't understand it. And I really would like to, whether it's through, podcasts or music or whatever, I would really like to change, at least put some energy and somehow into, I guess, getting that to grow towards like it's all love for everybody, and there's plenty for everyone. But I think we're a long way from that. But so I appreciate the platform to be able to come on here and stuff, because like I said, I know up there it's not necessarily always looked at as a regular practice or a good practice.
Well, me personally, my favorite saying above anything with everything I do is link up or get left. So it's like you either with it or you're against it, and the only way we're going to survive, you know what I'm saying, is to link up and move as a unit. Because when you go to Atlanta, you go out to Cali, you go anywhere else, they're moving together rather than everybody trying to be individualists. And I think that's the problem, is that crab in the bucket mentality, where everybody is trying to be the man instead of looking at it like a Saint Lunatics aspect, where Nelly wasn't even the best rapper out their group, but he was the one that was going to get it done. You know what I'm saying? So they put that, they hitched their, you know what I'm saying, the wagon to him, and then everybody came up off of that. So it's similar in that aspect was to go on. You say the same thing about DMX. DMX wasn't the best rapper, but he was the one that was going to be able to, you know what I'm saying, pull everything forward. That's the way it has to go. And if you ask me, I know a lot of artists from your area, none of them are as talented as you are.
I appreciate that a lot, and I do, and that's one thing I do feel the same way. As far as in my area, like, I don't. There are some artists that are very talented, but I just don't. I'm a big energy person, when I meet somebody or when I hear the music or whatever, because one of the lines is, somebody showing their music to you, if it's real music anyway, is like, I'd almost rather somebody see me naked. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that, to me, the music is more intimate than that. So when I hear that, and the energy that I've got, or, the personality or whatever is different from the person I know or whatever, when I hear it, just don't line up. And that's what's, unfortunately, a lot of it is with a lot of local artists here. And I'm sure up there too, I don't know, but I'm sure it's the same thing up there.
Yeah, when it comes down to it, everywhere you go, everything is the same. You know what I'm saying? So
you're right about that.
It just stuff has to be better, and nothing's gonna change unless we do, you know what I'm saying, we do something about the change.
I agree. So, proactive.
Yeah, definitely. But hey, let's get into one of your songs so people can get in the tune of who you are and what you do, and we'll get right back at it. So we'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, that track is bonkers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get in tune with Simpacticflo. Let's bring it back in here for a second. Man, talent beyond measure. And the crazy thing is because when people start to catch on to how talented you are, like when people listen to this track that just played and actually understand the level of artistry and the work and the emotion that you put into it, and without being fake and trying to chase something you are, that they're going to start chasing, because there's a lot of people out there that are looking for that. The problem is they don't know where to look. You know what I'm saying? Where to look at.
I appreciate that. I don't even know what track. I appreciate it. I don't even know what track you're talking about, but I believe
definitely
around the background there.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what happens. That was happens to me at the end of every podcast. Kids just pop up. but that's real life for you. So do me a favor and let these people know where they can find your music at.
So at Simpacticflo on Apple Music, as well as Reverb Nation, SoundCloud, IG at POU Entertainment, and then at Simpacticflo on Spotify, and then so if you go on Facebook, if you just go on Facebook and IG, if you just want to kind of follow the movement, figure out what's going on when stuff's dropping, we got some merch coming in, stuff like that. So it's POU Entertainment on Facebook, and same thing on IG, or you can just search at the POU crew. So it's just at PLU crew, PLU crew. And you can find it real easy that way. www.pouentertainment.com as well. That's our website. You can download the latest mixtape for free, which is Self-Titled People Like Us, which is obviously what POU stands for. And a lot of guys don't do this, but obviously I'm no Tupac or anything. So, and also anybody reach out at area code 765-716-9826 as well. I know not everybody has, internet or smartphones or whatever. I know people still on some Obama phones. Like, I don't even know how they're working, bro. Like, for real. So if you need music, you need a hard copy of your disc or SD card, whatever the case may be, you can reach out there too.
All right, definitely, man. I'm glad to bring you back for some panels. You know what I'm saying? And some other stuff, bring you in as a guest on the link up, you know what I'm saying? Other things, because I really believe that your interpretation on a lot of things going on today are greatly needed, you know what I'm saying, to widen some people's eyes and, you know what I'm saying, get some people's minds running. Y'all definitely make sure you stay in tune with the movement they making. If you rock it with me, you're going to see a lot more of the moves they making, because, I only throw my support behind people who are really doing something big. So, yeah, man. Thank you for coming on.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, brother.
No problem. And as I always say when I leave these, man, I always leave y'all with a little quote of the day. And all I'm going to say is work harder than you think you did yesterday, and success will come. All right.
Amen.
No problem. We'll see you guys later. And as always, this is your boy Indy Uchiha, and this has been a Nerd Mix. Indy out.